Hi everyone, this is Tuplex. Welcome back. I didn't make that new section of wall yet. I'll get to it, but I had an idea that I wanted to explore here first. Before we do that though, let's take a moment just to appreciate how I can be kind of dumb sometimes. Because I've been so focused on this uranium patch down here. And I've got one right here in the main base, and it's actually not very far from where I've been doing stuff many times. So we can start uranium processing right away, or at least uranium mining. Okay, so I had an idea about the symmetry of these trains. You know how I decided to set up this wagon and this wagon the same, and this wagon and this wagon the same, so that if the train comes in backwards, it'll be able to load. And I haven't been real happy with that. But I've got an idea on how we can get around that. And I want to implement it here and see if it'll work. I don't know if it will work. So I'm going to change all these chests to stop requesting, and I'm going to empty these two wagons out just by flipping the inserters around. Okay, and then I'm going to leave these two the way that they are. So here's the thing. When will a two-headed train get reversed? That's not something that we really thought about before. But let's say I have a station over here. Okay, now if the train leaves here, it goes to this station and then it goes back. It's going to be exactly the same, right? It's going to be still facing in the same direction that it is currently. On the other hand, if... let's see. Okay, I'm running out of room here. So yeah, let's just do this. If, on the other hand, we go to a third station, so if I come to this station first, and then I go to this station, and then I go back, then my train is going to be in the opposite direction that it is currently, right? So anytime I visit, if I visit an odd number of stations, I'll be okay. If I visit an even number of stations, then my train is going to be flipped around. Okay, so I hope you're with me so far. All right, so let me put some signals here. And I want to test this out. So let's say I get reversed. What I could do is when I come back with my train, I could put, let's say I put a little station here. All right, and let's call this main return. And I can put another station here, and I'll call this main reverse. All right, so when I come back, I can stop here at main return first. I can remove an item from the first car behind my engine, and if it happens to be one of the items that exists in this front car, I'll let it go through. And if it happens to be one of the items that belongs in this car, I'll send it in here first and then go up. Right, so then I can just have my train schedule automatically deal with whether or not the train is reversed. So let's try that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a filter inserter. And let's see, I'm going to need... So let's pick an item that would typically be in this front wagon. Okay, a chain signal. And eventually I'll get some landfill and we can clean this up, but for now we'll just do it this way. Where's that inserter? Okay. All right, so the second wagon is going to be like here. Actually, let's put it on the other. Yeah, that's fine. We can put it there. All right, so I'm going to filter this for a rail chain signal. Okay, so it'll only take something out if there's a chain signal in that car. You know what? Actually, it should be something that I'm not going to be using. Okay, so let's try something else. What's something that I will never want to have in the train? Something that's cheap. Could be a signal wire. Some gears. Yeah. Okay. So here, let's do this. Or no, let's do signal wire. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to steal one of these. Let me get rid of these inserters first. All right. So I'm going to take away one of these slots. Like I'll take away this rail slot and I'll put in a stack of red wires. Okay, and that's only there to flag the front of the train, essentially. Okay, so I don't want to use a chain signal because I might be out there building stuff and I might use all the chain signals and then this wouldn't work, right? So it's got to be something that I'm not gonna deplete. So let's use red wires. And I'll set the stack size to 1, right? So it'll just start to take out a few of those red wires. So what I want it to do is come here and then let's get some, we're going to need some poles. Okay, and we're also going to need RoboPort here. Okay, that way we can add it to the network. Ah, cool. Another achievement. Okay, so this way it'll take them out, it'll put them in there, and then they can go back up here to get requested again to go in the chest. All right, and then let me put a requester chest for that. Red circuit wire. Okay, and then we can put all those inserters back. Okay. So if this thing starts picking up red circuit wires, what I want to do is I want this station to only be turned on when I get that signal that I want, which is going to be the red circuit wire signal. Or like if the contents of this chest are greater than 0. Thing is, it's got to stay on until everything happens. Yeah, because if it takes the wire out, that means it goes through. So then we could wire this chest up to the combinator. And we could say, yeah, let's make a latch. Okay, so what I'll do is, yeah, we can use red. Yeah, we'll connect the inserter. Okay, and then we'll send the set and reset signals. No, actually I only need to send the set signal. You know what? I need to put this in the backwards one. Let's change this up a bit. All right. Let's put it in this one. I'll remove these inserters for now. Looks like I dropped a chest on the ground. All right, so let's put a requester chest. Request red circuits. Stack inserter. Okay. So this way, if it comes in backwards, it's going to turn on this station, right? So I'm just kind of reversing the logic here. All right, so we're going to put, we'll set up the latch like this. Whoops. Okay. So we're going to set this to read hand contents, pardon me, and hold. And I want it to always be turned on. Okay, so, and actually I only need the set signal here. All right, so if red wire is greater than 0, then I'm going to output my set signal. Okay, and then I'll send the set signal over to here. All right, so now we want to hook this to itself. And again, to set up the latch, we say S greater than R, or whatever signal we want to use. I'll put S. Okay, and let's actually disconnect that one. And put a little light here as well, so that we can see what the state is. We'll activate if S is greater than 0. Okay, so it's currently turned off. So if it goes there, that means the train is backwards. It'll send the S signal over here. The S will turn on. Yeah, and we want this, we want the station to be enabled only if S is greater than 0, okay? Otherwise, the station will be disabled. Because that way, if it doesn't need to reverse, the station will be disabled, and then the next stop in the schedule is going to be up here, so then the train will just go straight through. But if it needs to reverse, this station will turn on, and then it'll go there, and then it'll go there. That's the key to all this. Now, the other thing I want to do is I want to make it reset when the train gets here. Right, once the train gets to the station, I want it to reset and then go back. Okay, so I'm going to tell it to read stopped train, output signal R. Yeah, so actually I don't even need this one. So when the train stops there, it's going to output an R. And then it should shut off. Okay, well I think it's ready. Let's test it. All right, so I'm going to delete this. So now the station, it's going to be, when we come back, we're going to go to, let's change that station name. I don't want it to be, let's just call it main engineering. Okay, so instead of going to main engineering, now we're going to go to main, what happened? Oh, okay. I need to... Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to go to main return. I didn't see that as being available for some reason. Station is not accessible. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so we're going to go to main return. We'll just wait 1 second. And then we'll go to main reverse. Can I make it 0 seconds of inactivity? Yeah. Okay, so that way it'll go there and then it should immediately leave. And then we'll go to main engineering, and then there I'll just wait for circuit condition. So it'll just wait there until I tell it to do something else. Okay, so let's get backwards. No, not there. I want to turn in there first to get myself turned around. Okay, let's try it again. I'm terrible at driving the train backwards. Okay, and then I come down here. Okay, so now I am backwards, right? So let's run the schedule and see what happens. Okay, station is on. We turn around, it turns back off again. Oh, nice. Okay, let's turn it off. All right, now let's try it again when we don't need to reverse. Okay, stop there. Nothing's coming out. We go straight through. Yeah, baby. Awesome. Okay, so that is going to work. And then that means that I can use these other wagons for other stuff. All right, so I'm just going to put active providers here and get rid of all the stuff that I used to have in here. Let me turn this off, put it back in manual mode. I'll pick up that wagon. That helps me clear it easily. Okay, so all that stuff will go back in storage. Right, so this will make sure that we always come in the right direction. So here's what else I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of this. Oh, okay. I need to empty these out. And I decided I'm going to make my train longer. How much longer do I want it to be? I am not sure. But I'm thinking I'll make it quite a bit longer. I'm going to add 2 more cargo wagons. Okay, getting full here. Nope, I want that. Actually, I don't want that. Put that away. I've got too much stuff. Okay, let's get rid of this. Okay, so that's all been emptied. Oops. Okay. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to put another engine on here. Move that there. Copy the name. Delete this one. So let's go to main engineering. And now everything is misaligned a little bit. Right, so that's not good. Let's back up. And let's relocate that station. I can't because the pipes are in the way. All right. Let's get those pipes out of the way. Okay, main engineering. Let's try it now. Okay, let's back up and try it just to make sure. Okay, are we still lined up properly? Is this even connected? That's weird. Okay, so I'm going to have to relocate all of this junk. Ugh, what a pain. See, this is that phenomena that I was telling you guys about earlier, where things don't always line up precisely. All right, so we're going to have to redo all this. All right, so let me copy that. All right, and then if I shift, oh no, it's when if I shift copy, then I can edit it. Okay, and then when I go to paste, I have the edited version. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to have to empty all this stuff out too. All right, so that'll take a moment. All right, let's get some rocket fuel brought up here. There's a lot of junk in there, so it's going to take a while. I need to get rid of some of my own stuff, actually. Let's get rid of some steel chests. Let's get rid of small power poles. I'll get rid of some of that rail. Okay. Extra stations. All right. Don't I have more logistics bots than this? I only have 600 of them. Okay, well, while that's working, let's work on this end of the train. All right, so we're going to pick that up. So let's have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'll have 2 artillery wagons. And then 2 more trains. Okay, so I don't need those. Well, we'll save those for later. I probably will use them later on. Okay, so we're going to need to, well, we need to extend the paving at some point. And then, oh, okay. Let's put the artillery in the middle, because I need to have this, I need to have that wagon with the red stuff at the end, right? All right, so I'll copy, paste. There we go. Go ahead and put that in there. Okay. And then that one I'll pick up, and that one I'll pick up just to clear the filters. Okay, are these empty? Yes, very good. All right, so let's pick all that up. Okay, and then let's rebuild our station, and this time it can be, well, we'll probably still need both sides. Actually, let's do this more smartly. Substations. Here are the substations. Oh, okay, I already had some. Yeah, so let's power this with substations. Yeah, from the other side. There, that's much cleaner. Okay, so we're going to need ammunition over here. Whoops. So let's request the artillery shells, and we'll do 20 each. And those can load in just with a fast inserter. Let's add some lights. I want to have lights in between every train car. Okay, down here we're going to need the fuel. And I think just a single stack in each of those ought to be sufficient. First time it'll fill up quickly, of course, but most of the time when it comes back, it's only going to need one. Okay, and then how many do I have requested here? Yeah, just 10. All right, and then up here, I can paste the configuration that I had previously. Yep, those are all still configured properly. So those will get refilled. Okay, and now I have 4 more wagons that I can play with. Now my reverser track, I'll need to reconfigure slightly. So let's do that, because I'm going to have 2 wagons, so this will have to be moved. As a matter of fact, let's have it. We can just set it up over here. Let's do it here instead. All right, so I'll put a station here, and I'm going to copy, paste the name. Then I can pick this one up. I'll copy this, and that'll need to go here. Okay, and then we can pick this up. All right, and then we just need the red wire to go up there. Okay, and then this is going to need to be long enough for, well, and then my reversing circuit will need to move as well. So let's travel down here. Whoa, I'm not connected. Okay. Whoops. All right, so I think, is it G? There we go. All right, now we're connected. All right, and then I want to temporarily go to this stop. And then we'll go to manual. I'll remove that temporary stop. Okay, and then I'll put a pair of signals there. And then the reversing station will have to be that length, right? So let's copy this and bring that down here. I'll go slightly too long. Okay, and then we can delete that and that and that. This needs to be connected Okay, that's too long of a span. Okay, so that should give us enough room to reverse. So let's test it out again and make sure it still works. So I'm going to go down the reverse path, and then, is that right? Yeah. And then I'll go up here. And then we'll go down here. And now we're facing the wrong way, right? Okay. So let's try it. We go to return. We get the red wire. We go to reverse. And then we go into the station. Okay, fabulous. And we did manage to pick up some junk down here, so let's empty that stuff out. Okay, so I'm going to change this back to manual. Yeah, that cargo wagon is clear. This cargo wagon should also be clear, except for that one placeholder for those. And we'll put in the requester chest for that. I'm not going to load it yet until I get the rest of those slots blocked off the way that I need them to be. Okay, so these, actually, those two wagons down there, I think, would be good candidates for walls and landfill. Okay, so I'm going to stop requesting walls here. We'll use that space for something else. And down here, it'll just be wall sections and landfill. Okay, so we'll have this request landfill. And there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And we have 39 stacks. Let's call it 40 stacks. So 8 stacks each. So let's have each one of these request 800. That way we'll have a full train's worth in the chests. And now we can turn that on as well, because it won't fill up. And that can probably just be a fast inserter. All right, and then this one will be walls. Where are they? There we go. In this case, I've got 6. 6 into 40 is, what, 700? Yeah, so we'll do 700 each. And then let's filter all of this. Just so in case this system ever stops working, we don't get our wagons contaminated. Okay, and then I can put a filter stack inserter here. Whoops. And tell that to select walls so that we can remove all the wall that's in that one. And then we'll reuse that space for some other thing. Okay, and then we can use these two for building components. For example, this one could be beacons and modules. There's 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. And then this can be for all the stuff that I need to build. So this can be logistic belts, assembly machines, all that sort of stuff. All right, so then I'll have one for rail, one for defense and other stuff, and then I've got walls, I've got landfill once we're making it, and then I've got artillery. Okay, and then this is going to be too big to fit into a lot of the stations that I'm going to be designing, right? Because anything that I build to accommodate 1-4 trains or 1-4-1s, this won't be able to fit. But my thinking there is I'll still make passenger stations, and I can set up a second train that's 1-4-1 that I can just use for traveling around and doing smaller jobs. But when I'm doing a big building job, I'm probably going to, I'll just take the big train, and that'll be fine. Okay, let's start making landfill. I don't want to use up all my stone, because landfill will consume stone extremely quickly. So maybe what I can do is I'll build it up there. So that the stone gets used first. Am I doing any research? No, I'm missing something. Low density structures. Did I break it? I suppose I did. Yeah, these dumb filter inserters. Or filter splitters. These things never work the way that I want them to. All right, I'll put priority left. Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay, I'll just do this. Yeah, what a pain. Where do I use robot frames? Oh yeah, here also. Okay, so that should get the science going again. Oh, okay. Yeah, so what I was saying is, well, I'll just use a, I'll use a priority splitter to make landfill. we'll do it like this. I'll set the output priority for that side so that my bus gets it first. And then whatever my bus doesn't use will turn into landfill. Actually, I think that's probably going to consume all of it, but we'll see. And I'll let it build as much as it wants to. Okay, yeah, three stack inserters are enough to completely empty the belt, so we don't really need that second one there. All right, and that's this is a slow and steady job that will need to continue for a long time. But eventually, when we want to have, like, you know, tens of thousands of pieces of landfill. So I'll actually put three storage chests there. So we'll be able to stockpile a lot of it. Because if we have to fill in, you know, like part of a lake, you go through thousands of this stuff very, very quickly. Okay, so I'll work on this a little bit more to figure out what I want to put in these other two wagons. And then in the next episode, we will start the uranium mining and processing so that we can get ready for nuclear. Thanks a lot for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.